and then we're good to go.
Alrighty, I'm just going to make sure that we give everybody a little bit of time to come in. So we'll probably just promptly start at around 11:02. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are very, very excited to get started. About one more minute. Alrighty, we are at 11:02. I'm sure people are going to be still trickling in a little bit, but I think we should just go ahead and get started. So let me just, give you guys a warm welcome to our anticipated AI integration webinar. My name is Weston, and I'm thrilled to be your moderator today for this insightful session where we're going to explore the transformative power of AI and how it can revolutionize businesses in today's fast-paced world. I am the marketing director here at MCGRAW, and I am super pumped to be here today, and I'm joined in by some wonderful people. So I'm going to get started for sure. In this digital age, businesses across industries are embracing AI as a catalyst for growth, efficiency, and innovation. Today, we've gathered here to delve into the depths of AI integration, unlocking the secrets that will enable you to harness its full potential. So throughout this webinar, we have an exceptional lineup who will share their invaluable knowledge, experiences, and best practices, both from MCGRAW and HubSpot. Together, we will dive into the fundamentals of AI, explore how AI algorithms work, and learn how to leverage AI to drive businesses' growth and competitiveness. So additionally, we're going to delve into real-world use cases, witnessing the tangible impact of AI on businesses. These success stories will inspire and guide you on your own AI integration journey, providing practical insights to implement within your organization. We understand that the rise of AI can raise questions and concerns, particularly around job security as well. And so rest assured, we have dedicated a segment of our webinar to address these concerns and provide strategies for upskilling and adapting to the changing landscape. Nobody wants to be left behind. But this webinar is not just about listening and learning. We encourage active participation and engagement from all of our attendees. We also have a Q&A at the very end, so please save your questions for that as well. Share your experiences and interact with our panel of experts, just so that we can get some engagement and really understand what your perspective is as well. By the end of this webinar, we aim to equip you with the knowledge, inspiration, and tools necessary to embark on an AI integration journey that will shape the future of your business. So let's dive in. Prepare to be captivated by the possibilities that AI offers, and explore some of our content for you today. So once again, a warm welcome to our AI integration webinar. Thank you for joining us, and let's begin the journey. So I wanted to take a minute to introduce you to our first speaker, Felipe, who I have the pleasure of working here at MCGRAW. He is our technologist and our internal AI expert. His knowledge and adoption of AI has truly transformed our business. So please welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Felipe.
Hey, everyone. Thank you, Weston, for having me. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. So let's talk AI. Imagine for just a moment that we're living in a world where every question you have, every question at the back of your mind, can be answered with a simple click. It sounds like magic, doesn't it? Well, let's introduce to our magician, a term you've likely heard but might not fully understand: artificial intelligence, or as we like to call it, AI. But what is AI? Picture you're having a chat with your computer. It understands your needs. It's allowed to make decisions just like a human would. And essentially, that's what AI is all about. It's all about computers and machines trying to replicate human behavior, trying to act and think like us. Again, AI is all about computers and machines, other people call them algorithms, trying to replicate human behavior, trying to think and act like us. So you're wondering, like, why on earth would we want our machines to act like humans? Well, stick around, and I promise we're going to dive it very deep into the fascinating world of AI, the why, the how, and the what's next. So bear with me for a couple of minutes as we dive into the world of AI. Now, it's true that the world of AI is quite large. There are many types of artificial intelligence in the world of AI. There are some that can beat the world champion at chess, ones that help self-driving cars navigate, others that can predict the weather patterns, and even ones that analyze medical images to detect diseases. Today, we're going to jump into a unique path, one that I feel like it's increasing and influencing our daily lives. We're going to dive into the world of language-based AI. This is not your typical chatbot, but very intelligent systems that are trained to read, understand, write, and converse in human language, just like you and I. So whether you're curious about how your smartphone assistant, Siri, Alexa, seem to always know the right answer, or how AI can draft an email just the way you like it, this is the place to be. Together, we're going to unravel the magic behind language-based AI, so stay tuned. There's a lot of fascinating ground to cover. So talking about language-based models, the first thing that we think about is language, right? There are two main portions that make up artificial intelligence for language-based models. Number one, linguistics. Number two, computer science. These two things together create this process called natural language processing. Tools like the autocorrect on your iPhone, like autosuggest on your iPhone, like tools like Grammarly to check your grammar, or any plagiarism checkers use natural language processing as their core. But then again, if you've ever used ChatGPT, that is the core of ChatGPT. But you may ask, well, autocorrect doesn't do the same thing ChatGPT can do. Why is that? It's all about the training. It's a two-way model where half of the model is training, half of the model is understanding, interpreting, and responding. So if we move towards natural language processing, you're going to get a better understanding of how it actually works on the training portion. So natural language processes allow computers to understand human language, just like you and I. This requires like a lot of education, similar like going to school. And what's cool about this is that it really makes millions of mistakes every single second, and it learns from them right away. Now, you might be wondering, how does this language-based AI do its magic? How does it understand our questions, jokes, or even our typos? Well, it's all about the numbers. Yeah, the numbers. You see, computers are incredibly good with numbers. They eat numbers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they're not so great with words, which is where AI comes in. Think of it this way. Every word that you and I use in our day-to-day life is represented in the AI's brain, or the algorithm, as a unique number. These numbers then allow the AI to understand, generate, and interact with human language. So when you ask Siri or Alexa a question, they're essentially translating your words into numbers, understanding them, and then translating back to numbers in order to make words that make sense to us. Something cool that we can talk about natural language processes is that the tokenization portion has a classification portion. So for example, I have a blue cat is tokenized by word or by root of word. So if we use the word learning, the root or the token would be categorized as, if we use learning, the root in the token would be learn. The text classification allows for the AI to understand and classify based on sentiment, for example, or emotion. It can make sure that the sentence, word, inquiry, question is either positive or negative. Maybe it's neutral, and it's going to have a better understanding on how to answer your query. Now, what everyone here wants to talk about ChatGPT. You've probably used ChatGPT, I don't know, a couple times now, and you know the power it has. There is an interesting twist added to the system. So it is something safe. So it is something that can be available worldwide. And as you can see here, we have a user prompt. There is something called a ChatGPT prompt evaluator. Then we have the tool ChatGPT, which is the natural process languaging. And then we have the user. So in an example, let's say we sent a message to ChatGPT v4. So the version number 4. Let's say we want to create an email response from this email, and we just paste our email. Then it goes to a ChatGPT prompt evaluator. It makes sure it's something safe or not safe. And then ChatGPT responds whether it's safe or not safe. If it's safe, it'll respond with an answer. If it's not safe, it'll give you like a message like, I am a language model-based AI, and for some reason I can't answer this question. It's out of my limits, anything like that. You've probably seen it if you ask something like that's out there. So imagine, this is similar to, I have this analogy. Imagine you're trying to get into a club, and the DJ in the club is ChatGPT. DJ GPT has all the songs in the world, but some might not be appropriate for the audience. This is where the bouncer or the evaluator comes in. He makes sure requests are safe, and he either lets you in or kicks you out. In a nutshell, this is what ChatGPT does every single time. Doesn't really matter if you ask what is 2 + 2, but I'm sure if you're going to ask something along the lines of how to make a homemade explosive with supplies from Walmart, it'll probably tell you it's not safe and it won't respond. Now, let's talk about adoption. We have one bar chart here and the amount of GPT users. So did you know that the iPhone took 74 days to reach 1 million users? Yeah, the iPhone. That's around 2007, 2008 when it came out. Facebook took 10 months. Nowadays, that seems like a lot of time, but back then, it was as quick as anything else. On the other hand, ChatGPT was released in around November of 2022, and it took 5 days to reach 1 million users. Today, we're talking about 100+ million users around the world using or having an account within OpenAI's system, whether it's for ChatGPT, whether it's for the API, whether it's for DALL-E for image creation. And I added this quote, which I really resonate with. I really like it because Steve Jobs said, let's go and invent tomorrow instead of worrying about what happened yesterday. For me, in the AI space, it simply means that AI is actively building into the future, and how this tool available worldwide, you have the ability to change the world in your own way. Stop focusing on past achievements and failures, and let's focus on tomorrow. I invite you.
I love that. Thank you so much, Felipe. That was super informative. And honestly, it can be such an overwhelming feeling to try to begin and understand the complex world of AI. Like you said, that there's so many different types, and we definitely don't need to be the technologists in our own businesses. That's why we have Felipe and those like him on his own teams. But I mean, overall, like AI is intricate and complex, but it's great to get a foundational understanding of the powerful tool that we apply to our daily lives. Even understanding it on a high level, we can leverage its capabilities to solve complex problems and make better informed decisions when applying it. So I'd like to bring to the stage next and introduce Charlie. He is our channel account manager at HubSpot, and he brings a really fresh perspective of the AI world through the lens of a large-scale software company. So Charlie, I'd love to bring you into the fold.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for being here. I'm going to walk you through some of the applications of AI. It can be complex and intimidating and seem like only the tech experts can utilize it, but it's very approachable. And so I'll show you how we use it here at HubSpot, so that you can use it at HubSpot, or you can think about other uses for other tools. And so Can we actually stop sharing the screen? It looks like
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually walk you guys through a couple tools. There we go. All right, can you see that? We good?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, so just a quick taking a step back on what HubSpot is, so you have a framework as to what we're looking at here. We understand, so we're a software company, CRM company. We understand that typically a lot of companies, their tech stack looks like this, and understand the buyer's journey is all the way from anonymous to they buy, and then you service them, and they become a promoter. And it tends to be cobbled, and you have a lot of these different software systems that are all patched together. Where HubSpot solves for that is we are a CRM platform at the core, so you can have all of your prospects and customers in the tool. And then it's really an all-in-one front office solution. So we offer marketing products, customer service products, sales, right? So manage people through the whole life cycle. And then a CMS tool for websites and operations hub for data hygiene and automation. So I promise this isn't a sales pitch on HubSpot, but just wanted to give you a framework there as to what it is. So if we go into a contact record, again, it's a CRM. So just looking at Homer Hill as an example, you can see everything that he's associated with. So any deals the sales team is working, the company he works with, customer service tickets, a timeline of any actions he's taken, whether that be tasks or emails, even pages he's viewed, and then more information over here about him. So phone number, job title, that sort of a thing. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to say that I'm a electric vehicle battery manufacturer, and Homer Hill is the head of purchasing at Mitchell Group, which is a distributor to large car companies like GM. So, all right, that was a long kind of intro. Thanks for bearing with me there. But if I wanted to email Homer, showing you guys some of the AI tools we have here. I'm going to show you three. The first is going to be this extension, AI Chrome, Gmail and Outlook extension, and then we'll get into, I'll show you the content assistance tool and then ChatSpot. So real quick with this one, if I'm writing an email to Homer and I click write email for me, I'll have the option here to select the email type. So whether it's an intro email, cold outreach, or a follow-up email, I'm going to say I'm a salesperson here and I'm trying to get Homer to buy, battery from me. So I'm going to say cold outreach email. I'm selling electric vehicle batteries to Homer Hill, the purchasing. And I'm just going to copy and paste this from my notes so you guys don't have to see me typing here. I'm going to say, hey, we met at a conference. I'd like to schedule time on your calendar to discuss why my company's batteries are better than the competition. And then really cool here too, you can select the tone of the email. So I'm going to say professional, it's a business relationship, professional. Click generate. The AI is going to do the AI things and think, and this integrates with OpenAI and ChatGPT. So that's what it's pulling from. And then voila, here's your email to Homer. It's got the subject line and it's written this copy for you and very well. So, if you like to overthink emails and right, like I do, and spend way too much time on them, tools like this can be really helpful. And then if you don't like that email, and you want to see other variations, you can click generate more and it'll come up with other options. Next, I wanted to show you our content assistance tool. So if I go back into HubSpot and I go to, if I'm creating a landing page, or in this example, if I'm creating a blog, I can click blog and Go to create. And you'll see, first you'll see that my blog isn't, the most stylish. So I could probably use a partner like MCGRAW to make it a little bit better. But let's see. If I insert this command here and I do a /, it gives me the option to a couple of things here, like generate a paragraph, generate an outline for a blog, ideas, or a conclusion. I really like the outline feature, so I'm going to select that. And again, I'm going to copy and paste this in my notes. I'm going to say, write an SEO-friendly outline about 5 big trends in the electric vehicle battery industry in 2023. Click generate. And it's going to think here. All right. Then I can click insert, and you'll see just in that short amount of time, just those few seconds, I gave you this full outline on a blog, right? Even the topic here, 5 big trends in the electric vehicle battery industry in 2023, pretty basic there. But then it already generated some ideas. So it's got the 5 topics. Again, we said SEO friendly. So 5 topics in the H2 format. So sustainable battery materials. Under that, we have subtopics like organic materials and recycling, and then ideas for topics to explore. So for organic materials, some topics there. So 5 different trends there, and a lot of that work and research is done for you. If you don't like this title, which I don't really, it's pretty boring, you can highlight it and click this little button here. You can rewrite it, expand it, summarize. I'm just going to change the tone because I think this is pretty fun. So I think it's pretty stale, and I want to make it witty. So I'll click witty, and it says, that's actually pretty good. It says, get ready to plug into the future. Little play on words there. Here are 5 big trends, et cetera, et cetera. So, if that seems better, you can insert that. So again, very cool productivity tool. And like Weston mentioned at the beginning, this is not meant to replace jobs. It's really meant to empower people. You still need the expertise, in-house expertise, to write these articles. And we would never recommend publishing articles that were completely written by AI. But for idea generation, it allows your company and maybe you to think more strategically. And then lastly here, I want to get into ChatSpot. And this is where it starts to get really cool. So Felipe mentioned conversational AI. What this is generative AI. This is conversational. And this is really the direction AI is headed. There's no doubt about it. People want to interact with technology and like it's a human, and just save a lot of time and have it do the work for them. So if I go into ChatSpot here, and let me just take a step back. This is really a command center for HubSpot and for your CRM. So you can prompt it to do anything that you could do in the CRM technically by clicking around and doing all the work to get there. But if I want to research a company, for example, so if I say research company MCGRAWnow.com, it's going to pull McGraw's info, and it's going to say, hey, this is founded in 2009, 90 employees. It gives the address, all that good stuff, and LinkedIn, and some really good things. And you can add that directly into your CRM from there. Another example, this is just a client of HubSpot's, and I'm a fan. It's a cool case study. Crunch.com. I need to, I got to command it better than that. Research company. That's the thing. AI is still only as good as the commands, so you got to know what to tell it. So research company, crunch.com, you'll see, again, more info here, and a little bit more rich data than what we saw with McGraw. So description about the company, industry, even down to the technology that they're using. So you can see on HubSpot, they're also on Salesforce, but we'll forgive them for that. That's okay. And yeah, some industry stuff. So again, add it to HubSpot. This could be cool for prospecting. So if we go back to thinking about, all right, I was just at a conference for electric vehicles, and I want to add somebody to the CRM. You can also do that. You can say, add Mary Garcia, say M Garcia at Mitchell Group, Director of Marketing. And you'll see it populates everything without even me telling it, what is what, first name, last name. It capitalizes it for me, which is really nice. And it automatically added it to HubSpot. So, because I told it to, I just said add it. So if I go and I say view in HubSpot, now I can see Mary's contact record. And you can see she's in here. Let's see. And say your CEO, like, Chip, I'm sure you demand a lot of reports from your employees, right? So say your CEO comes to you and says, hey, I need this report. Instead of going into...
Charlie, are you telling everybody how to cheat on my end-of-day reports?
I am. Sorry.
Really, at least maybe we'll get more participation that way.
I'm revealing the secrets. So if you go in here, and for me, reports are just not my favorite thing to do. They are easy in HubSpot compared to other tools, but they're just not that fun. So if I just go in here and I say, give me the 10 most recent contacts. Let's see, what do we want to see? First name, say with first name and last name. Chip might say, hey, who did you meet at the conference? Give me the 10 people that you met. So there you go. And, it'll list it out here. You can click to their contact record, and you can even reply and tell it to add things, add columns. And we're building this out more. Like pretty soon you'll be able to say, okay, make it a line, like a line chart or a bar graph or like a line chart, and trend it over time. We're getting there. Those reports do exist in HubSpot, but that conversational piece with like changing report format, that's still in the works, but you can think about different use cases for this. And then let's see, if I wanted to send this report, I'm just gonna send it to myself and say, send this report to me. And then it says done, send you the email. So now that's in my inbox, and I have it. I actually just got dinged on it, so I'll show you guys. And there it is. So hopefully this is helpful. Again, just not only through the lens of HubSpot, but also just thinking about how we can use these tools across other platforms and where this is headed. I will say too, I mean, this is something we are investing heavily in as a company. It's going to be constantly changing, not only at HubSpot, but across, as a whole. It uses machine learning. It's moving faster than we can even keep up with. So if you want to keep up with what we're doing here at HubSpot, we do have a landing page here for artificial intelligence. It's HubSpot.com/artificial intelligence. And you can see, different updates here. We went over the content assistant and chat spot, but we'll be posting updates and how we're rolling things out. And then I will also just say it's really helpful to for you all to stay up to date, for your business specifically. Research what tools are out there. Really lean into other people as well. You might not have all the time to stay up to date with all of this. So partners like MCGRAW can partner with you as well to be an AI consultant. So hopefully that.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
So we got some people here that are non-HubSpot users. So for example, boating industry, we have education, we have crypto. Do you think HubSpot would work for these industries? And can they leverage this chatbot and all other tools for their business?
So chatbot specifically is made for HubSpot. I expect that there will be other conversational intelligence tools across tools that are native to those industries. However, HubSpot can work across industries as well. So if you're looking for a CRM, marketing tool, sales, customer service tool, we are very industry agnostic. So yeah, I think we're going to see these roll out more and more, but we're very much on the cutting edge here. So I wouldn't wait around. It'll probably take a lot of companies to catch up a bit, but yeah, it's a wave that's coming for sure.
Well, thank you,
Totally
Charlie,
agree.
so much for that insight. It's companies like HubSpot that brings this cutting edge technology to the fingertips of their customers. And I think that's such a competitive edge, just in general. And like you said, we can expect such great things coming from the new technology. It's definitely not going anywhere. Things like enhanced customer experience, automation, scalability, time savings, insight, personalization. I mean, the list goes on and on. But I appreciate your time here today. So next to the stage, I am going to introduce our very own CEO, Chip McGraw. Let me make sure that I am presenting. We know we're lucky to have him as our leader, and his vision is crucial to our success. So thank you, Chip, and take it away.
All right. Well, thank you, Weston, and thank you, Charlie and Felipe as well. Very interesting information here you're presenting today, and it's on the forefront of everything that's going on in the world today. Everything happening with AI, certainly a buzzword around the world. So, from us, for me personally, I've always been, someone who was a bit of a tech geek. I love technology. I love trying to find efficiencies with technology. Always searched for, opportunities that would help advance our business or whatever things that we were doing today. And in that regard as well, that's why we have been so interested in jumping in directly and trying to take hold of AI, and not only for ourselves as a business, but also looking to help our clients and partners also integrate, this technology into their businesses and help to increase efficiencies, time savings, money savings. Ultimately, the goal is to increase, returns, ROI, and a better working environment for everybody, and hopefully better quality work. And so, from that regard, I really don't feel that AI, certainly what I can see up until today, I don't see it at all as a problem. Obviously there's a lot of things that, people can do bad things with all kinds of stuff out there. So, obviously it's like everything, it has to be done in the right way with moderation and with respect for the technology and for humankind. But I think that with using the technology in the right way, it's going to be a game changer for many of us in this world. So, that's why we're jumping in on it. That's why we've taken the time to really invest time and resources to help our partners as well as our own business be able to use the power of AI, ChatGPT, and other technologies that are coming out. And we really are embracing it, and are glad that HubSpot is also embracing this technology, as we partner with HubSpot, and many of our clients have as well. And to see a leader in the technology and software industry, go ahead and lead the way with AI, coming out with great products and services that are going to help advance businesses all over the world through their technology. Being able to jump on in the coattails of a $2 billion company and partner with them has been, incredible for our business. And I think it can be a great opportunity for other businesses out there as well. And I highly encourage you to try to understand these technologies and lean on companies like ours and HubSpot to help advance your business in this way.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Chip. It's always a pleasure to have your insight and presence on today's webinar. So thank you.
Oh, thank you guys.
We are jumping back to Felipe, and we're bringing him back on the stage to give us just some real world examples and demos of how we implement AI into our daily routines here at MCGRAW. So Felipe, take it away.
Thank you, Weston. Thank you, Chip and Charlie. At MCGRAW, we are excited about artificial intelligence. We think that being open to not only understand, to test, and to play with all these kind of features, apps, plugins, whatever it is, no code applications, are the key to success in this AI world. I want to present to you guys today MCGRAW GPT, a in-house built sort of software that uses GPT 3.5 in Zapier in its heart in order to serve an internal purpose at MCGRAW. Let's watch the video real quick.
Discover the power of automation with this demo. We present MCGRAW GPT, our internal chat tool powered by ChatGPT and Zapier, built to serve as a real-time knowledge base for your team. This tool is designed to answer questions about your business swiftly, enabling optimization of our services based on the insights gained. Whether you're curious about our annual revenue goals or the specifics of our unique Swell plan, MCGRAW GPT is ready with instant responses. Beyond providing answers, it generates diverse copy like ChatGPT. But this isn't just about showcasing a tech breakthrough. It's an invitation for you to customize an intelligent internal chat assistant of your own. Think bigger. Imagine it as a website chatbot interacting with visitors, or as an information center on a landing page for your products and services. With MCGRAW GPT, the possibilities are endless. Leverage AI to revolutionize your business experience. After the webinar, we'll send a link with the contents of this session, including a guide to building your internal chatbot. Stay tuned, and back to you.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Felipe, if you wanted to maybe go into a little bit how that's built and what that even is.
Absolutely. So we want to share with you guys how this is built. I think no one should gatekeep things like this. And the way this is built is through Zapier. Zapier is an automation tool that integrates with over 5,000 different apps. The cool thing is that they are demoing, or they're in beta in this system called Interfaces, where you can create your very own chatbot. You can create your very own toolkit. You can create something for your website to respond to people live, answer questions. The only thing that you need is kind of like how we built it is we go to ChatGPT or any other language-based AI, and you're going to ask something along the lines of, hey, I want you to learn about my business. Ask me as many questions as you need to understand all of our fronts, whether it's our industries, revenue, goals, all kinds of things, the structure of the company. And you're going to grab that and you're going to ask for an executive summary. That's going to be used as a seed. Once that's seeded, everything you ask that's related to your company, to that chat, is going to respond with information that it already has. It's kind of like training it based on your company. So it's a custom solution that you can build yourself. No code needed. It takes a couple of minutes, and I think it's a great tool for everyone to use. Let's say you have someone new coming into the company, and you have a large knowledge base full of documents, training, how to do this, how to do that. What if that was in this chat, and they can just simply ask as issues come by, like, hey, how do I set up my email? How do I set up this tool? And what do I have to do when I want to send a contract? What tools do we use? It can answer everything for you. And the power of this tool can be enhanced in any different way, whether you want one just for marketing, just for your marketing, you want one just for your sales or the whole company, whatever it might be. There are cool use cases for tools like this. Now, the second tool we wanted to showcase is something that we use every single day. It is a AI tool that will jump on meetings with you, and it will do kind of like the work for you in terms of taking notes, keeping up to date. And let's watch that video real quick. This is, by the way, Fireflies AI. So it's going to be fireflies.ai. That's the website.
This is Fireflies AI. With Fireflies, your team can remember everything from your meetings. This tool will join your meetings and capture, transcribe, and take meeting notes for you. Search, listen, share, and collaborate seamlessly. Fireflies can surface action items, important topics, and other key highlights. At MCGRAW, we use Fireflies to make sure our team is in the loop on all fronts. Whether they missed a meeting or forgot to take notes, Fireflies has your back.
So that is Fireflies AI. I know it was a short video, but essentially what it does, it'll jump on a meeting with you actually. You'll set it up with your Google Calendar, your Outlook, and as it jumps, it's taking notes, it's recording the meeting, and it's summarizing it for you based on the speaker, based on sentiment. And you can search, like for example, you wanna only look at negative portions of the meeting and find out why this was negative, or maybe there's a manager that wants to review any kind of calls. You can do that with Fireflies. We recently had a situation where Fireflies helped us get out of contract because we kind of had like ironclad proof that we weren't getting what we were advertised. We simply went to Fireflies, looked for it, and we found the exact words, or in this case text, that a company kind of advertised to us, and we kind of like sent a picture that we got out of contract with that. So that's pretty interesting. But back to you, Weston. Thank you guys for your time.
Of course. I mean, I personally use Fireflies. It's just something that, you know, is automated. So I use it on a daily basis. It's amazing. I think that there's a lot of sales application as well, kind of for your team to research, you know, some of the best conversations or maybe some of the worst conversations that your sales team is having, and you can identify problems to help internally. So Fireflies.ai is a huge tool for us. You know, kind of bringing this into a closing, we really appreciate you guys jumping on today just to show you a little glimpse of what we have at our fingertips, not only with ChatGPT, but all of these other tools that are available, and most of the time at a super affordable price and or free. So there's, I mean, endless possibilities. And we just want to thank you guys for joining us today. We hope you found the discussions and insights shared by our panel to be informative and inspiring. You know, we encourage you to reflect on the knowledge and consider how integrating AI into your business and your life can really propel you forward. You know, we remember how much it's changed since we've adopted it in a lot of our tools and everyday lives. So I think that you could really find some positive impact in your business. So, you know, we wanted to give time to, you know, present any Q&A or any questions you guys may have. So I'm going to bring it to this slide here. We welcome everybody to answer questions. Ask any questions, and we're here to answer through the chat specifically. And I did notice that Charlie was great with responding to one as well. But yeah, feel free to add anything in here. I don't know, maybe Felipe, Adolfo asked a question that says, Fireflies, is it similar to Otter? Are you familiar with that at all?
Yeah, so it's pretty much the same product. It's all based on preferences or pricing. I don't know exactly the pricing of Otter, but yeah, it'll do the same functionality. But we adopted Fireflies previous to that. This is why we're sticking to Fireflies, but I'm not saying one is better than the other. They essentially do the same thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think on my LinkedIn as well, I've shared quite a few free tools, and that's possible and out there. So I really recommend. There's a lot of information from some industry experts as well. Let's see. We don't have any more questions in the chat right now. So, you know, we want to make the space for anybody who'd like to, or any feedback from our panels as well.
I'd like to just talk a little bit more here, just answer a couple of questions that might be on some people's minds, Felipe. So let's say I'm a company, and obviously the MCGRAW GPT was pretty interesting. I think it's going to do great things for our company. And I've worked at other large companies in the past that might have even created their own like Wikipedia, for all their internal information. So I see this to be amazing to have ChatGPT or your own company GPT, integrated there for, especially as you mentioned, onboarding new employees, helping to train people, etc. So if someone wants to do that for their company, obviously, as you said, I mean, it is possible to do it on your own and at very low cost. But what would that process look like? I mean, this is a service that we can definitely offer our clients. So let's say people are interested in implementing this in their own business. What would it take for us to do that for them? How much time? And what would that look like? Just to give them a little bit of a window of just a vision of how we could help them with that. What would be required, for example? What kind of stuff would we need from them, et cetera? What would they need to do to prepare to be able to create this?
And also, I want to add to that, and thank you, Chip. It's all about functionality and how you're going to use these tools. Yeah, maybe your industry does not require a chat. Maybe it requires a system that will categorize shipping containers for you. Whatever it might be, we are here to find your use case and leverage the power of the technology, which is training and understanding, in order to provide value. Whether it's, I don't know, maybe you have a company similar to Tesla, that'd be great. Let's send me an email, that'd be great. Or maybe you are in the medical industry and you're just trying to go through the next breakthrough of basically teaching a machine how to read medical lab reports, for example. How can they analyze data from blood samples in order to catch diseases before they're even in the body, like stuff like that. We're here to help.
Amazing, thank you. So if a business was to come to us and they wanted us to create something like that, let's just keep it simple. Although, bloodborne pathogens and being able to identify this is quite, that's amazing.
Important.
But very important. But let's just say on the very simple side, I have a large company. I have a lot of information. I've got it all stored, standard operating procedures, et cetera, training materials. Maybe it's all in, Dropbox or whatever, shared, spot it is or wherever it's located. What would we need to do for the client, or what would the client need to provide to us to be able to implement something like a internal chat GPT for your business, for internal purposes, for knowledge base? What would be required from that customer? What would they have to give to us to be able to create it?
I have a story for you guys, and this is pretty cool. It happened a couple of months ago. So I ordered a credit card from Bank of America. Bank of America, for those who do not live in the US, is one of the largest banks in the country. And they lost my credit card during shipping. So I tried to chat and I tried on the website, nothing worked. So I went down to the place, right? Sat down for 15 minutes, and then this lady took me into her office. We spoke about it a little bit. And the first thing she says is, do you have the app on your phone? And I'm like, yeah. Pull it out. And I'm like, okay, well, why? I'm like, well, what's the purpose of this? She's like, there's this tool that we have. It's called Erica, which is an AI chat, similar to ChatSpot, where you can literally ask, I need a new credit card, choose a credit card, and it'll send it to your house like that. So all this time, I was waiting in this bank's lobby, waiting to talk to this lady, for her to tell me that I can do it on my phone just by asking. And that's like one of the biggest breakthroughs I saw in the financial industry. Like, these guys are using it. You can just go to your Bank of America app and you can literally ask Erica anything about your accounts, or it'll do things for you. So it's not only conversational, but it's generative. It's able to do things for you. So I think that's where AI is going to go. One side's going to be internal, to basically manage, understand, and train under your company's information. The other one is going to be available for the public, for people to interact with, whether it's something like ChatSpot, where you can ask and it'll do, or something like ChatGPT, where you'll ask and it'll tell. So I thought that was very interesting, and I just wanted to share with you guys that large institutions like Bank of America are using it in their own use case. So I think every industry has a use case. You just got to find yours and have that drive to get out there and learn about it, essentially.
Yeah. And I also think, kind of just to Chip's point and question as well, in the chat, we also provided a landing page that people can submit their information to give us any feedback, but also if you wanted to potentially have us help you integrate some of these tools, we can do that. This is a very new space and a new field. So things like the internal chat GPT is something that we can produce for you. I think like Ramiro in the chat also mentioned, like, is it possible with internal operations manuals or standard operating procedures, being able to having the chat digest those those content, and then being your employees are able to interact with them. That's just one example, but we can definitely help you create these tools within your own systems. I mean, some preliminary things that we may need would just be used to either your CRM or the back end of your website. That way we can implement them into your account, as well as if you already have an existing ChatGPT login or account, then we would want to use that as well to get that started for you. And then you could take it upon yourself to upload any of those manuscripts or sales materials or anything like that, or we can do that for you. So that's just one example of how we could implement that into your business.
One thing I'll also say, working on the partner side at HubSpot, I work with 40 partners, and MCGRAW is one of them. And it's really valuable for your agency partner to understand your business, not only within one department, but across all departments. How are they interacting with each other? We call it revenue operations, but like, how are we interacting with each other? What is the process between teams? Where are things dropping off? What technology are we using? Can we consolidate? What do we like about it? What do we not like? So getting in there and really, going through a business and doing an audit is just so incredibly important, because so many businesses, what will happen is, they'll just kind of build things as they go. It's like, oh, we need this tool. Oh, we need this tool. And then it's like, oh, we're doing this initiative now, but we're not telling this team. And so there's just a lot of friction there. So I just wanted to say, from my experience in working with the partner community, MCGRAW is very, very talented at taking the time to really understand your business, which I think is crucial when thinking about which tools to implement, because AI, like Chip said, it's a buzzword. People are going to chase shiny objects. They're probably going to sign up for tools that may not be the best, or may just fade out in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a shout out there, but would definitely recommend working with a partner like MCGRAW if you're thinking about implementing these tools.
Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate that. Kind words. And yeah, absolutely. We're here to help. We're here to help to propel your business, to expand, to launch, to grow, and certainly to incorporate new technologies into your business, whether that be internally, like we talked about, or externally. So, even if you're just looking for some advice, give us a shout. Use this link here in the chat to contact us, or just simply look us up online at mcgrawnow.com.
Awesome. Well, we hope the information you gained today is going to serve as a foundation for your AI integration endeavors. Remember, the journey towards AI integration is an ongoing process, but we encourage you to keep exploring, learning, adapting, and potentially using us as a partner to help you get there. So we'll go ahead and wrap on today's webinar, but hopefully this is the first of many that we'll go into, because I think this is such a wide range of education. So thank you guys so much. And we will also have the link to this recording so you're able to send it to anybody that that could potentially use it, this information. So have a great rest of your day. And thank you again so much for joining.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having us.
Have a great day.